Nothing like a 7:30 p.m. coffee. So let's talk about a messy house. As you can see behind me, the counters behind me are here, over here. It's kind of a mess in the house right now. And that tends to happen. Any of you parents out there know that, especially when your kids start to get around the 4, 5, 6 age and up, they just start to accumulate things. They bring things home from school. They bring things home from friends. They get stuff out to eat. They do whatever. And sometimes the house just becomes a mess. You know, a lot of times on social media, you'll be told, you know, the courses I've taken about cameras and setting up your scene and storytelling and all that. A lot of them talk about how to set up your background and make it all nice and clean and uniformed and so on and so forth. And that's just not real life, right? Real life, especially for what I'm trying to portray, kind of day-to-day stuff. This is what real life is like. When you're a parent and have kids, have a house, have a place, it tends to get messy. So, as you can see, as you walk through here, you can see in the kitchen, our main countertop, a little bit messy. Countertop over here has a bunch of stuff on it too. As you walk through our dining room area, you can see there's also stuff on our table, has accumulated a little bit. My wife has a little sewing area there that we tend to keep just at will, available, a bunch of stuff kind of out because that's just makes it easier to do that hobby. Go into our main living room area over there where our TV is, and that's where we have a little bit of toys out. That's actually pretty clean. We like to keep the living areas because we kind of have two little living areas, one with a big 8-foot beanbag right here and another one over there with our bigger couch and everything. We like to keep those two areas relatively clean just because we do spend time there. The kids do have a playroom that is a mess right now, that we keep all their toys in there rather than toys going upstairs to their bedrooms or coming out to living rooms. We tend to keep just a few toys and mainly books in the living room areas so that the kids have at least something to do when we're in those areas instead of being purely on their iPad or engulfed with watching something. I'm going to give you a couple tips and tricks on at least how I go about cleaning when it comes to getting a messy house, and would love to hear any other parents or even non-parents, when your house gets messy, how you have found efficiently to clean your house. So let's go do a little bit of cleaning, and I'll explain the method to my madness as we go. So as you can see, this is the point we're at. I've gone to every room that had a little bit of a mess and I've brought it into the kitchen. That's what I like to do. I like to bring it into one centralized space. This is our island. I like to bring it into the biggest sort of area that I can put stuff on. Sometimes it's a kitchen table, kind of depending on where the bigger mess is. But the whole goal of this is that I can now see everything that needs to be put away, right? Instead of maybe something that needs to go to the playroom being here and over here and over here, and kind of grabbing it from here one time and then going to the playroom to put it away and then coming back. Oh, I need to make it to the playroom again. Go right. Maybe these 3 toys are in 3 different spots and that's 3 different trips to the playroom. I like to say, hey, I'm just coming here. Everything from over in the dining room area, everything from these counters, everything from that counter back there, just comes here. I understand I'm handling it there too, so maybe you're touching it more than once. But now I can go and say, hey, these 4 toys, this 5th toy, this toy, all of these toys, right? That kind of were scattered around everywhere. I can now take these and go put them in the playroom. Playroom is a whole different ball game. We always just put toys in the playroom, and then at the end, once we clean everything up here, then we go tackle the playroom, because the playroom's a mess of its own. So let's go ahead, put this stuff away, kind of organize it as I put it away so that, like I said, fewer trips, and then we'll put it away. One place I will clean right at the end is my workstation, because I work from home. I have all this stuff and I know exactly where it all needs to go back in place. So it's an easy cleanup to just put and leave alone until the very end. So just a few things that I do if you didn't notice. One is when I'm cleaning up and picking up, I will bring everything to this counter right here, like I said. But if there's things that go a step or 2 away, or that are right there and that's the place they need to go, but maybe it just needs to be tidied up a little bit or just put in a drawer, I will put those things away right away. There's no point in, if I can take 1 to 2 steps and be right there, open a drawer and put something in there, to just put it in there versus bringing it out back to the kitchen and then eventually having to go put it back there. So that's one thing. And then the other thing is bigger items like this. Bigger items that we went shopping for that have been laying around, I keep those all till the end too. These all have a specific place they have to go, and I'll put those away as kind of their final touches. So that's the way I go about cleaning our house. I have found that over the last couple of years that we've owned this house, that is the most efficient. That's how I feel like I get the most done the quickest. And right, even if let's say something came up and I had to step away and I wasn't able to complete it tonight, well, at least I have most of the house clean now, and I have this one counter behind me that still needs to get things picked up. So overall, the house feels cleaner in every sort of scenario that I have encountered when it comes to cleaning the house. And so I hope maybe you've learned something. If you have any tricks and tips that you have, leave them down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.